Hi crafters, Karen here, and in today's video it's all about another sheet load of cards. Hard to believe that we are already in December, the last month of the year. Remember to click on the playlist that you see in the description box, and that will take you to all of the creative team's videos so you can see their take on this month's sheet load. So quickly, let's go over how sheet load of cards works. Crafty makes it super easy to create a set of sheet load of cards, or even just one individual card. She breaks it down to the supplies that you need, all the papers and cardstock. She tells you how many cards you will yield, and for December, we will get 8 cards. And then if you don't want to make 8 cards, she gives you the dimensions for one single layout. If you are a channel member, you get a bonus this month, and you will get an SVG file of this partial cut circle. And then she also gives you alternatives on ways that you can use this sketch to make it your own. On page 2, she gives you all the cutting guides and the measurements for your pattern paper to your cardstock. And then she tells you for this sheet load, the size of the circles that you will need and that you would cut them. So even if you don't have an electronic die cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette, you can still do this manually using your paper cutter or a pair of scissors. So let me go ahead and show you what I created. Before showing you the cards that I made today, I wanted to show you the supplies that I used. I brought in my peppermint stripe paper pad, 6x6 size by Recollections, and it is a 24 pack of double-sided papers. And you can see inside how they have different designs, and they really do focus on the peppermint stripe colors. Now, what I did was, because I needed Christmas cards, so instead of just making a set of 8 cards, I made 16. So what I did is I took one side of the pattern paper, and then there's 2 sheets of each design. So I would take the back side as my second piece of pattern paper. And then if there was anything that had sentiments on there, or anything like that with the stripes, the borders, I would then use, I would just pick other patterns to match the 2 together. Here I'm showing you 2 embossing die cut folders that I have by Tim Holtz. That was the snowflake one. And I also brought in the poinsettia. Now these are my focal points. So these will replace the circle that you see on the template of the sheet load. I also have this tree stamp, and I die cut that out with my tree die. And this stamp set is from Hero Arts. For my sentiments, I used the Altogether Occasions 3 by Tailored Expressions, and you get 8 to 10 different sentiments, and then you stamp it, and then you have this die, and they will cut them all out in one pass. And these stamps are a lot of fun to have because you can create as many as you'd wish, and you could just put them away, and they're all ready to go when you need them. Now, another thing that I did was when I used the snowflake embossing die cut folder, I ink blended the snowflakes. Now, I did use white shimmer cardstock for the snowflakes, and then I took the strawberry milkshake and the mulled wine, and I ink blended over the snowflake. And then for my poinsettia, which you'll see in just a minute here, that was cut out of shimmer red cardstock. So I'm showing you the 16 cards that I made, and I'm basically just showing you here how one side of the pattern paper was the snowflakes, and then the other side was that plaid. And that's basically what I did for all 16 of my cards. And as I mentioned earlier, if there was one side that had either the border strips or those sentiments, I would just pick another pattern paper and pair it up with another piece. And then anytime I used the large snowflake on the front of my cards, I would then use the small one and add it just for more decor on the inside of the cards. And you can see that I brought in one of my stamps, sentiments. That is actually from Hero Arts, and it is a wooden stamp. So it tells you that, it's a bit old, and I'm pretty sure it is retired and doesn't exist anymore. And then those strips on the bottom, that is all washi tape. And I brought those in, and I did use some scraps. And then I did have some scraps left over, and I did toss those. And I tossed those guilt-free, guys. I mean, there were small pieces. I wasn't going to worry about it, so I just tossed those. So that was my first set. Here's my second set, and I did my second set on pink cardstock for my card base. The first set was done in like a maroon color for my card base, and I really like this pink. I was trying to pick up some of the colors in the pattern paper, and I really like how the light colors and the dark colors just really contrast with each other. They just look really, really pretty, and they complement each other very well. And then there's that snowflake where I did, after I embossed it, I did use that strawberry milkshake and mulled wine and just blended over it. And I just love how it looks. Now, these two here, these are the only two cards where I actually did use the partial circle shape. I have an embossing folder that has the Christmas lights, and that's what that is there. And then I did ink blend that with both of those inks, the strawberry milkshake and the mulled wine, to get that really pretty color. And then I just placed my sentiments right there in the center. And I just like that embossing folder because I thought it went well with the pattern paper of those lights. And then here, my last two cards are, I have that poinsettia again, using the shimmer red cardstock. I love how that looks. It gives it a nice shine. And these are my cards for the December sheet load. And until my next video, friends, I hope your day is a crafty day. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.